Hi, welcome again to Island of Twin Sports. We are here at Denby High School, the school of surprise this year in the Dakota Cup, Ben Francis Cup. And we have with us Coach Garfield Carney, the coach of the Dakota Cup team. Mr. Carney, welcome to Island of Twin Sports.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we're gonna start by asking you now, how did you get involved in this football as
Well,
a
it's
coach?
a pretty long story. I actually started as a volunteer
Yeah.
back in the days from is primary and it is all age at the time. It's
Right.
now is primary. So I started volunteer for 4 years, and during that time, the Carney Youth Program was booming, so to speak, and over the years, we have been sending players. Our players have been selected from his all age to the parish program.
Right.
And I was the person who was responsible as a coach to take the kids to training.
Mhm.
And while I was there at the parish training with Mr. Green, Mr. Plummer, um, they decided to involve me in the program because the things that they saw the kids from his they were doing. For example, Winston Griffiths, Franklin Francis, just to name a few from his. So they decided to draft me into the youth program. And from there, I left Hayes, went to Glenmuir Prep. I did a stint at Glenmuir Prep for I think 8 years, which during that period of time, we actually finished third in the Enriquez knockout. At Hayes, let me backtrack to Hayes. At Hayes, we won trophies down there, won under 15 and under 12. I think the best we have done at under 12 was semi final. But at Glenmuir Prep, we actually came third in the Enriquez knockout. That was our best performance there. And then after leaving Glenmuir Prep, I did a stint by Glenmuir High, was assistant to Jackie Walters, and then
Great Jackie Walters.
came to Denby at 2003. I started here at Denby.
Coach, you touch a point which I want to ask you because you are the best person to ask now. Tell me about the John Green era, that foundation that was set with the youngsters. Tell me about that era. You are the best person to ask.
Well, it's the program in Clarendon where it's started out with under 12 primary and prep school playing, and from that competition, the best players were selected and trained at Western Park in Maypen. And it has been going on for years until what we didn't have a competition at that time to play against other parishes. But what Mr. Green did was to take the kids into Kingston to play against the teams in town like the Waterhouse, Mona, Harborview, just to name a few. So we tried to expose the kids. Um, and then the Juicy Patties came along, and then they started the Confed competition playing against St. Catherine, Manchester, and St. Elizabeth. And from there on, we dominated for a long period of time. St. Catherine came, always competed with Clarendon, and then Manchester actually improved, actually beat us a couple of times. And we move on from the Confed to play against like Casafa, Western Confed, the Eastern Confed in All Ireland playoff, which we have won as well, both at the under 13 and under 15 level.
Italian. Um, and bring me back now to a question I am asking you. Why is Clarendon so dominant in schoolboy football?
Well, as I,
B Cup.
well,
Why? It haven't left the price for the past 5 years. Why?
as I said before, a number of coaches or schools buy into the concept of the development of the talent.
Mhm.
And so the John Green program, after John Green and Lloyd Plummer pass off,
Yeah.
the parish program took a nosedive, so to speak. It went south. So the coaches decided to do, including myself, is to mimic what was being done at the parish level
Okay.
by starting our own under 12, under 13
Mm-hmm.
training on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Um, and they sometimes I know some school does that. They will incorporate primary school youngsters in their program, right? And sometimes these same primary school kids may be placed there from the PEP exams.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because tell me, Clarendon is on a roll, and your school get involved this year. You're in a group with Central and Clarendon College, a very very tough group. You came out third, but to me and and Jamaica, you outdo yourself. Actually, this is the best year they said of the program here at Denby in terms of going forward.
Well, we were in the other group with Glenmere and Garvey, along with Central the previous year.
The previous year,
And
right?
then when I saw the draft, it came out that we were placed in Carney College group along with Central. So Central and Denby was that we were placed in that group,
You,
in the
yeah.
Carney College group. And then we realized that the format of the competition, of the zoning per se, was changed to accommodate three teams coming out of the two zones in the parish. So which gave us a good chance of qualifying because for the past couple of years we have been finishing third and edged out by Glenmuir and Garvey. So we're coming with both hands, saying that although it's a tough group, we knew if we apply ourselves and train hard enough, we should be able to advance, which we did.
And advance you did, and you did very well there. You went into the round of 32 coach, where you had Bellier. I believe you played Bellier first.
Yes,
Bellier and Happy Grove was in that group with you.
right.
Right. And you came out of that to the round of 16. Tell me about round of 32.
When I saw the fixtures run of 32, we had two teams from Manchester and Apple Grove, and I actually was happy to see Apple Grove because we we actually played in the under 16 finals against Apple Grove back in I think around 2005 thereabout, somewhere thereabout, and they beat us 4-3 in that
Okay.
under 16 final. So I was happy to see that we get a chance to play them
You
again.
want to see them.
Yes, and with two Manchester team, I know we know that Clarendon dominate Manchester as it relates to youth football. So I said to my players that I think we have a very good chance of getting out of this group. We drew our first game, unfortunately, because we wanted to start out on a winning note, but we drew our first game against Bel-Air,
Right.
and then we went to Portland to play Upper Grove. And I don't know if it's coincidence or what, but it was the same result from the under 16 game back in 2005. They beat us 4-3.
Okay.
So, and then we have the final game against Wormwood.
Yeah.
We knew a win there, a win for Upper Grove. We see both of us advancing to round of 16. We didn't have any control over what Upper Grove and Bellier game. We didn't have any control of that. So we take care of business by beating Homewood by
Homewood.
4 goals to nil
Right.
and advance to round of 16.
Round of 16. Going to the round of 16, I think can't remember who in the group, but I think I saw one with Alphonsus Davis. That.
No, that was the knockout against Alphonse.
Oh, that was the knockout. Who was in
Right.
the group for the round of
For the
16?
round of 6,
McGrath was in the
we
group.
play McGrath
Yes.
first,
Yes.
and Central and Manchester.
Oh,
Aye.
Central and Manchester. Aye.
So no, we played Central first apparently,
Right.
and we lost. That was what, the third meeting between both teams.
Yes, really, really. I
And
was looking at it and saying it's really, really coincident that you was in the same group and come back. Yeah.
we were disappointed because playing in the run of 32, run of 16, yeah, you really want to start out on a winning note. and it was unfortunate that we lost to Central in our first game by a goal to nil. And that was the very first match that we didn't score a goal
Mm.
um, during the season. We actually end up losing again 1-0 later on, but that was the first match that we didn't score. We went to McGrath up by Dintil, played an excellent game up there. We lost 3-2, and that actually put us out of the Costa Cup runnings.
Okay.
And hence we finished third in the group and qualified for the Ben Francis
Ben
knockout.
Francis. Here you are in the Ben Francis now. You play Alfonso Davis as I said before.
Yes, we played them in the first knockout match.
Right.
Played them at Brooks Park in Mandeville.
Yeah.
Alphonsus Davis changed from Squallins, and
Yeah.
to be honest with you, it's the second time we played them in the Ben Francis knockout. They beat us, I think it was 1-0, done by Wembley years ago, and so it's a good. We got a chance to get
Yeah. You get back at
avenge that loss, which we did. We scored 2 goals in that game. We won 2-0 and move on to the quarterfinals
where you play Monroe.
where we play Monroe
Monroe
at
right at
Manchester High
Manchester.
School.
I saw that game.
Yes.
Play very good. Actually, some people had Monroe to defeat you at that time.
Yes, apparently not. Well, we went in as the underdog, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak. But I told my players that we are no underdog. We're gonna go out there and do our best and come up with the victory and move into the semi-final after the Ben
Semi-final against
Francis.
Clarendon College. Coach Carney, I must tell you this. There are sometimes when teams hear of other teams' name, I won't call any name. Sometimes it kind of frighten that team. Why no Clarendon team? Why you not afraid of CC or C? Why? No what I dominant. It's like a Clarendon thing.
um, for me as a coach, I'm not afraid to play the big name schools.
Yes, the big names, right?
The thing is, the players might be a little bit afraid
Yes.
to play. So my job as the coach is to try to motivate them to,
Mhm.
and to try and inspire them that they can get the job done.
Mhm.
Because as the saying goes, if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best.
You have to beat them.
So I I always look forward to playing against the big name schools, big name teams, because that's when you test where you are in your program, and as a coach, where you are as a coach as well to compete.
You mentioned program. How's the program here? Your U14, your U16, your support from the school community. How is all of that?
Well, we always have the under 14, under 16 program going. It's a feeder to the Dakar Cup team, but unfortunately, we need human resources where that is concerned.
Okay.
Talking to new principal daily about getting at least 2 additional coaches so they can focus on the under 14 and the
Under
16.
16.
So I can actually spend more time at the Dakar Cup level, focusing on the Dakar Cup team. Because to be working with all 3 teams is not easy,
Mm.
So for us to actually maximize our true potential, so to speak, we need coaches that will be integral, involved in just that team, rather
Right.
than to going across teams, coaching at all different levels. So hopefully for the next season we can get that on board where we can get at least 2 additional coaches to work with the youngsters so that the coaching staff at the Dakar Cup level can focus just on the Dakar Cup team.
Coach Carney is will Denby be a one-hit wonder, or we will see Denby going forward in the years to come? Or is your program for next year? How many you're leaving? Do you have any contingency plan in place to make sure that this team go through?
First, it's not, I wouldn't say a one day wonder because we have been to the quarterfinals before,
Yeah, okay.
right? So, and I don't know how people actually measure this semi-final compared to the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know.
They kind of see
Some people
Denby.
are
I don't know if
saying
it's a new thing where they are saying Denby now as because you have gone to the semi, they say, oh, Denby have rise again. But Denby was here.
yes. That's before we went to the quarterfinals, 2005, six thereabout, and
Yeah.
now we end up in we were knocked out at the semi-final round in the
Right.
Ben Francis. So I don't know how you're going to weigh that, which one is the better result.
Mm-hmm.
We are Dakar Cup compared to Ben Francis. People say the Ben Francis is a loser's
Loser
cup.
Cup.
So the main cup, we actually finished top 8
Yeah,
in the
that
main
the
cup,
Dakar
but
Cup, right?
fourth in the knockout. But we have youngsters in talent. They're showing good potential coming up from the under 14, under 16. Apparently, this Lakasa Cup team, many might not know, but it's a very young team. Last year, the under 14 team went to the quarterfinals of the ISA competition, and 14 of the players from that squad, which they're just first year under 16, they were a part of the Lakasa Cup team.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 14 players will be coming back, and although they will be playing the Casa Cup, they will be having their final season at the under 16 level. So it's a very young squad. So for the next 2 or 3 years, we should be up there with the top ones, so to speak.
Coach Carney, thank you very much. You have anything to say to the Denby community?
Well, let me say thanks first of all to Principal Daly to continue to support the program, to the parents, to the student population as well, and the community at large, and our sponsors who came on board. And we appreciate everything that they have been doing, and I hope that they will continue to support the program and support the kids and see them not only in football but academics as well, because them be focused on not only sports,
Yes,
academics must be
definitely.
there
Yes,
because you have life after football.
right.
So thanks to everyone for supporting our program, and I'm hoping that they will continue to support the boys and myself going forward.
Thank you, Coach Carney. As I said, Denby is a academic all-round school. You are now marked in terms of football. School will be coming at you, so you can look out. But thank you for the interview, man. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Saturday.
All
Welcome.
right.